Okay, so there have been a lot of changes to the credit card landscape recently, and there are more credit card choices than ever to choose from. But when it comes to a catch-all credit card that covers all purchases with a multiplier of at least 2.5% equivalent or more, which one is the best to use? Of course, there are plenty of cards that fit this category at the 2% level, including the SoFi Mastercard and the Fidelity Rewards VISA. But what if you want cards that can get you more than just 2% cash back? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover the 6 cards that fit these criteria to use in either a single or multi-card setup that can help you get the best return on your spend. Now, before we dive into these cards, let's identify the 2 most important factors when it comes to a true catch-all credit card. A true catch-all credit card must be able to be used anywhere without thought, which means if I were to go to pay for something, whether it be in store or online, in the US or abroad, I shouldn't have to worry if the merchant will accept the card or charge me a transaction fee. I make that distinction because if we think about catch-all credit cards in that way, it's going to narrow the vast number of credit cards out there into only a select few. Specifically, to be a true catch-all credit card, the card 1 should not be an American Express, and 2 should have no foreign transaction fees. While American Express is accepted at lots of places, there have been many situations for me personally where American Express wasn't accepted. And if you're traveling abroad, I would just recommend leaving your American Express at home unless you want to use it for a specific brand or hotel chain that you already know takes Amex credit cards. On that note, there's also a lot of great catch-all credit card options, but a lot of them have a foreign transaction fee. Now, of course, if you never travel outside the US, then that doesn't really matter. But if you do, it's nice to have a card that you can also use abroad without the fear of being charged that fee. And ideally, our catch-all credit card would also have no annual fee, so the cashback we get is simply pure value, and the first 3 cards on this list are no annual fee cards. But there are some cards that we'll be discussing that do have annual fees. But depending on what you're looking for, these may still be great catch-all options depending on your own specific use case. So with all that being said, let's start with our first credit card, which is the Alliant Visa Signature Card. This card is issued by the Alliant Credit Union and doesn't have a welcome offer, but has a very nice 2.5% cashback multiplier on the first $10,000 of qualifying eligible purchases per billing cycle, then 1.5% thereafter. So yes, there is a cap, but the cap is very high, and it's probably unlikely you'll ever go over this cap in a single billing cycle, which makes this card a great option for almost everyone. It has no annual fee and no foreign transaction fees, but there is a small catch, and that's if you want to have this elevated 2.5% multiplier active on this card, you'll have to qualify for their Tier 1 rewards. Now, the good news is when you first open the card, you're automatically enrolled in Tier 1 rewards for the first 100 days, so you have some time to meet all the usual requirements to continue being at that tier level. And to meet this, you must have an Alliant high-rate checking account and meet the following requirements. 1. You must opt in to receive e-statements. 2. You must have at least 1 electronic deposit posted to the account each calendar month, which, yes, does include ACH transfers. And 3. Maintain an average daily balance of $1,000 or more. Tier 1 status is applied to each billing cycle as long as you've met all the requirements during the previous calendar month. So with those requirements in mind, you could certainly just keep about $1,000 in that checking account, automate the monthly ACH transfer in and out of the account, and then enjoy that 2% cashback catch-all multiplier. And if you decided to use their checking account as your main account, that would make things much more convenient too. Okay, so the Alliant Visa Signature Card is a nice option, but another no annual fee card worth considering, which definitely created a lot of buzz when it was first announced, is the Robinhood Gold Card. And I should put out the disclaimer that although I think the Robinhood Gold Card is a good card, I personally don't have any plans to invest my money with Robinhood, but if you feel comfortable doing so yourself, then this card may be a good fit. The Robinhood Gold Card has no welcome offer, no annual fee, and no foreign transaction fees, but earns unlimited 3% cashback on all categories. But there is a catch, and it's that you're required to have a Robinhood Gold subscription to have this card, which kind of acts like an annual fee, although not explicitly. As of the recording of this video, Robinhood Gold costs $5 per month on a monthly plan or $50 per year on an annual plan, and they do offer a 30-day free trial. Now with Robinhood Gold, you get other benefits associated with using a Robinhood brokerage account, including 5% APY on idle cash, unlimited deposit boosts, and 3% IRA matching every year, among other benefits. It's important to note, though, that your deposit boosts are divided into 24 monthly payouts, so you'd have to keep that money deposited in the brokerage for 2 complete years to get that full boost. And when it comes to the 3% IRA match, you have to keep your contributions in the IRA for at least 5 years before you even get the match. So just keep those limitations in mind. So that's the short description of what you can get with Robinhood Gold. But for the purposes of the Robinhood Gold credit card, as the subscription is a requirement for the card, there is at least a $50 cost to use it, although the other benefits of Robinhood Gold can offset this $50 if you consider the value of those other benefits. Okay, so next up we have the Bank of America cards, and at first glance, these cards don't look all that great. The base level earnings on these cards are 1.5% or 1.5x back, which is less than our standard catch-all card, which is 2%. But the power behind Bank of America cards is their preferred rewards program, where you can earn a bonus of 25, 50, or 75% depending on how much money you have with them or with Merrill Lynch investments. Specifically, to get a 25% boost for the gold tier, you need at least $20,000. To get a 50% boost for platinum tier, you need at least $50,000. And to get a 75% boost for Platinum Honors tier, you need at least $100,000 in assets. And with these boosts, that would bring the baseline multiplier of 1.5x up to 1.875x for gold, 2.25x for platinum, and 2.625x back with Platinum Honors. And so if you have at least $100,000 with Bank of America and or Merrill Lynch to be in the Platinum Honors tier, these cards become much more powerful and a lot more desirable. So we'll assume that this is the tier we're in for the purposes of this discussion. Now, even though the Unlimited Cash card earns a 2.625% multiplier for no annual fee, this card does come with a 3% foreign transaction fee, so this card won't be discussed today. However, the other 3 cards don't have foreign transaction fees, but do come with varying annual fees depending on the card. To start, the Bank of America Travel Rewards card has a welcome offer of earning 25,000 points or $250 after spending $1,000 in purchases in the first 90 days of account opening. It earns 2.625x points back on all purchases for no annual fee and no foreign transaction fees. So this card could be a nice option for that catch-all category, but it's not super straightforward to redeem these points. With this card, you must redeem your points against a travel or dining purchase on the card to receive a statement credit back on the card at a 1 cent per point value. You're able to redeem your points for a cash reward too, but this can only be done at a 0.6 cent per point redemption, so this isn't really a good option. But if you want a solid catch-all card, don't mind the redemption limitation, and you have a lot of assets with Bank of America, this is the simplest card to get that higher catch-all multiplier with no foreign transaction fees. The next card with Bank of America that could work as a great option for a catch-all credit card is the Premium Rewards card. This card has a welcome offer of earning 60,000 bonus points after spending $4,000 in purchases in the first 90 days of account opening. With the Platinum Honors boost, the card earns unlimited 3.5x points back on travel and dining and 2.625x points back on everything else. And even though this card has no foreign transaction fees, it does have an annual fee of $95. This isn't too bad though, because the card comes with 2 statement credits. The first is a $100 annual airline incidental credit, and the second is a $100 TSA PreCheck and global entry credit. And points earned on this card can be redeemed for a direct deposit at 1 cent per point, and so it's a great cashback catch-all credit card option. And if you can use the airline incidental credit, this can make up for that $95 annual fee, and you can get a lot of value from this catch-all credit card with bonus multipliers of 3.5x on travel and dining, both of which are very broad categories and include things like transit, bars and nightclubs, just to name a few. And then we get to the most expensive card on this list, which is the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite Credit Card. This card has a higher annual fee of $550 and comes with a welcome offer to earn 75,000 points after spending $5,000 in purchases in the first 90 days after account opening. The multiplier structure is exactly the same as the more affordable Premium Rewards credit card we just talked about, but the statement credits and benefits are much better. The card comes with an annual $300 airline incidental credit, an annual $150 lifestyle credit for video streaming services, food delivery, fitness subscriptions, and rideshare services, and a $100 TSA PreCheck and global entry credit. Now, if you can get the full value out of those annual statement credits, that drops the effective annual fee to about $100, which is only about $5 more than the annual fee on the Premium Rewards card. But the Premium Rewards Elite Credit Card comes with a lot of nice benefits too, and as a Visa Infinite card, it comes with travel protections, car rental benefits, primary auto rental collision damage waiver, access to the luxury hotel collection, and Priority Pass lounge access. And as of the recording of this video, the Priority Pass found on this card gets you access to not only airport lounges, but also Priority Pass restaurants, which is huge since Chase recently announced that they would no longer allow Priority Pass restaurant access to consumers using their cards. It's still unclear whether the Premium Rewards Elite credit card allows 2 free guests or unlimited guests, but either way, it'll depend on the specific lounge you go to. But what is clear is that with this card, you get 4 free Priority Pass Select memberships with 1 Premium Rewards Elite credit card, and you don't need authorized users to assign memberships to your family and friends using this benefit. And when it comes to redeeming these points, not only can you redeem them for 1 cent per point through direct deposit, but you can also redeem them for airfare on the Bank of America travel portal at a 1.25 cent per point redemption rate. So as you can see, the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card is a great option not only as a catch-all credit card, but also as a luxury travel card as well, with easy redemption options, travel protections, and incredible airport lounge benefits. And since the Premium Rewards Elite credit card is a luxury travel card, it's similar to the next one on our list, which is the Capital One Venture X. This card has a welcome offer of earning 75,000 miles after spending $4,000 in purchases within the first 3 months of account opening. It has no foreign transaction fees, but has an annual fee of $395, which can be offset with several benefits, including an annual $300 travel credit for bookings through Capital One Travel, a $100 TSA PreCheck and Global Entry credit, and 10,000 anniversary miles every year starting on your first card member anniversary. This card earns 10x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel, 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on all other purchases. Now this card is also a Visa Infinite card, and so it comes with similar benefits as the Premium Rewards Elite. But when it comes to lounges, the Venture X has a bonus in that it gets you access to the Capital One Lounge Network, which currently includes lounges in the Denver, Dallas-Fort Worth, and Washington Dulles airports, with more opening soon. The card also gets you a Priority Pass membership with 2 free guests, but sadly this pass doesn't get you access to Priority Pass restaurants, but you can get a Priority Pass for each of your authorized users, which comes as a free option with a maximum of 4 authorized users per account. There are also other benefits on this card, including access to Capital One's Premier Collection and Lifestyle Collection. And of course, when it comes to redemptions, Capital One miles can be transferred to any one of Capital One's transfer partners for that outsized redemption value, depending on your use case. Okay, so those are the cards that are the best to use as catch-all credit cards, but which one of these would be the best for you? Well, for the Alliant Visa Signature Card, if you don't mind parking $1,000 in an Alliant high-yield checking account, this is a pretty good option with 2.5% cashback on all purchases up to $10,000 per billing cycle. I would just keep in mind that $1,000 otherwise put in a high-yield savings account yielding 5% APY would earn you approximately $50 per year, and with the Alliant high-yield checking account only earning 0.25% APY, there's definitely some opportunity cost lost with this option. Likewise, with the Robinhood Gold card, I would only recommend this card, 1, if you trust Robinhood with your money, and 2, you think you can get value back from the Robinhood Gold subscription using their cash matching incentives. Now, when it comes to the Bank of America cards, these cards are only worth it if you can achieve the Platinum or Platinum Honors tiers in their preferred rewards program. What's nice about these options is that there's a no annual fee card, a $95 annual fee card, and a $550 annual fee card to choose from, and each one could be a great choice depending on what you're looking for. Personally, I have the Premium Rewards Elite credit card, and as someone who got this card when it first came out in the spring of 2022, this card has been my go-to catch-all credit card since I got it. And with the Capital One Venture X, this is a great luxury travel card that can double as a catch-all credit card as well. The card earns only 2x in the everything else category, but you can certainly get a lot more value when redeeming these points for transfer partners. And even though it has a higher annual fee at $395, the benefits on the card can be very helpful in making this annual fee more affordable for you. And so those are the best cards to use as catch-all credit cards. But a lot of these cards could not only be used as a catch-all card, but also simply be used for a single card setup as well. And to see which cards that would work best as a one card setup, check out this video next.